So after MLA, the next thing I look at is your title and your claim statement. Offshore drilling. Okay, great. It lets me know what your topic is, but I need to know which side of this you're on. So offshore drilling, is killing the environment, or something along those lines, whichever side you're on. Let me look at this also. This all looks good, except you would put, period 1, period 6, and then you can go ahead and change the date to whatever date you're submitting it to me. Oops, not February anymore, it's March. And I think it's the 4th. There we go. So this person is going to want to update the title. Now let's look at the claim statement. The offshore drilling industry, okay, they've got the who or the what. And what should that offshore drilling industry do? They should be banned or reduced. Okay, I don't know if an actual offshore drilling industry can be reduced. Should be banned or reduced. Okay, so the policy, the law, the offshore drilling industry, ability to destroy, I don't know. You're going to want to do something with this. The offshore drilling industry. I mean, I suppose we could go with should be reduced. You have to pick one or the other. You can't be wishy-washy here. So it should be one thing or the other. So we've got should be reduced, let's say. You can go with should be banned. I'm just giving you an example. So this industry should be reduced. Okay, good. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, because of the harmful effects that are put on our environment. There's reason 1. And because of the harmful effects that are put on our ocean life. Reason 2. Now I'm a little concerned with this. I mean, structurally it's okay, but I'm wondering if there's enough information to separate the two, because, well, our ocean life is kind of part of our environment, so it may turn out okay, but be careful, take a look at that. And then, all right, why is there so much space between this? There wasn't enough room. Oh, well, we can get rid of this though. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Make sure you're putting your spaces between your period and your capital letters and here. But anyway, all right, so your topic sentence. Let's start there. This is the next step that I go to. This topic sentence, it does not have to be word for word, but it should be something along the same lines of deep sea drilling, okay, good, can cause big problems. Please read this out loud to yourself, guys, so you can catch silly errors like this. Can cause big problems, so we'll probably get rid of A. Big problems to many different things if not taken seriously. Okay, this is your topic sentence, and you are focusing on one specific thing. So deep sea drilling can cause big problems to, what was your first reason? To our environment. If not taken serious. And actually, this should be seriously if not taken seriously. There we go. As the author explains in paragraph 2 of the text, okay, when you're writing a research paper that's not for that lovely FSA, then you don't have to do the paragraph thing. You could just say, the author explains. Now, since you didn't give the title, which is okay, go ahead and put the name of the author. So, oh, this person did cite it here, Thompson. So you could say, as Thompson explains. As Thompson explains, comma, offshore drilling, a risk worth taking. Again, read it out loud. As Thompson explains, offshore drilling is a risk worth taking. I'm not sure why those two words were capitalized, so you want to fix that. As Thomas explains, offshore drilling is a risk worth taking. Let's see, offshore drilling is worth. We've got a run-on sentence here. As Thomas explains, offshore drilling is a risk worth taking if oil in the water is not properly handled. Beaches. Offshore drilling is a risk worth taking. Okay, so now, and this confuses me because your claim statement says something like the industry should be banned, yet this piece of evidence says offshore drilling is a risk worth taking. So did you mean offshore drilling is not a risk worth taking? Okay. You could almost make that if you take this piece and put it right after, cut and put it after that quote, there's your example or explanation that's supposed to go after every quote. Okay, so let's go back up. Deep sea drilling can cause big problems to our environment if not taken seriously. As Thompson explains, if oil in the water and not properly handled beaches, whoa, okay, confusing. So this needs to be reworded if you're putting it in your own words to make it understandable. And you've got your citation, that's good. Offshore drilling is not, and you could do something like therefore, because of this, hence, comma, offshore drilling is not a risk worth taking, period. Then you should have another piece of evidence with a citation, so that's missing, and then your explanation, so that still needs to be addressed. So yeah, this sentence. Now let's look at the next one. Again, it's your topic sentence, so it should be something like deep sea drilling can cause problems, and I think your second reason was ocean life. Along with beaches getting destroyed. Okay, that's not what your paragraph above was about. It should have been specific to the environment. So along with the environment getting destroyed, which is a nice transition, along with the environment getting destroyed, because that ties this first paragraph into your next one. Oil kills marine life. Okay, so that's back to your ocean life. That's perfect. In the text, okay, since you're using multiple texts, you might want to say, if you're going to use the article's title, in offshore drilling still urgently needs reform. Since that's the title, you might want to go ahead and let us know by putting it in italics or something. So in offshore drilling still urgently needs reform, the author stated, okay, again, read these out loud. The author stated that marine scientists came across, okay, this should be across. Remember, Microsoft Word isn't going to correct all your mistakes because A is correct, crossed was correct, but that wasn't what you meant to say. The author stated that marine life scientists came across hundreds of dead animals. Hundreds of dead marine animals. The author stated that marine scientists came across. Okay, we need a citation here. Even though you put the title of the article, you still need the editor's name or author's name, page number if you have it, All right, let's see. When the BP oil spill happened, the oil was on a murder path, killing hundreds of different kinds of marine species. All right, let's see. The author. There's your citation. This should be the explanation. When the BP oil spill happened, comma, the oil was on a murder path. Oh, it's on a murder path, killing hundreds of different kinds of marine species. Okay, so that's your explanation of that quote above here. You've got to be careful though, because basically you're just saying the same thing that you said here. So you might want to try to find a different example or a different way to explain that quote. So therefore people should, or therefore the offshore drilling industry should be careful, to prevent oil spills, something along those lines, explain that quote. And then you should have another quote, but I don't see any citations here. So another quote and then your explanation. And again, this person put their third paragraph into paragraph form. Please keep your third paragraph in outline form if you haven't changed it already. It's just easier for me to edit and explain to you. So I'm going to stop here. Hopefully I didn't take 23 minutes. Okay, good, a little shorter, 18 minutes. I'll post up a couple more examples.